Hi, it's Michelle with the Singing Baker. I'm glad you're back. I've got another great appetizer for you today. I'm going to be making these delicious crusted goat cheese medallions. So they're little bites of goat cheese, and goat cheese is one of my favorite cheeses. I don't know about you, but it's really creamy and a little bit tangy, and we're basically going to bread them and then just fry them in a pan. It's a really quick appetizer and they're really delicious. You can actually eat them on their own, or you can top it on top of a salad if you want. So it's really great both ways. So stay tuned. So not only is this really delicious and a fast appetizer you can make, it really doesn't have a lot of ingredients as well. So basically I get a goat cheese log. You'll want 8 to 12 ounces is a good amount. You'll also want some Parmesan cheese. You'll want some eggs, some fresh breadcrumbs, and some salt and pepper, and then you'll also need a little bit of olive oil just for the pan for frying. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm just doing a little bit of prep. I usually get some grated Parmesan when I get it at the store. Sometimes for my liking, the pieces are actually a little bit too big, and what I do is I mix the Parmesan cheese into my breadcrumbs. So I'm going to actually toss this out on my cutting board here, and I'm just going to get them a little bit smaller. That way, when you're going to put it into the breadcrumbs and we're breading the goat cheese, it's all really incorporated. You don't have these huge pieces of cheese, so it'll just blend together better. You'll have to let me know in the comments below how you like this one. I am such a fan of goat cheese. I could eat that every day. Goat cheese is also nice inside like dates. I might do an appetizer coming up soon where it's really fast actually. You mix some goat cheese in with dates. You can put an almond in there to give a little nutty flavor, and then you wrap it with bacon. That's a really popular appetizer that's been out for many, many years. So maybe I'll do a quick video of those in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. All right, so I have my Parmesan cheese pretty chopped here, pretty finely. I'm going to mix it with my breadcrumbs now. And then I'll do just a quick toss. I have a fork here. Just want to mix it up really good. Let me know after you try this one in the comments how you like this one. And then if you've had the chance to try any other recipes, I am always looking to see what you think about them. Maybe if you did any variations of any of the recipes as well. I have tons of videos on the channel. And then share with your friends. So if they subscribe, they can get notifications as well of those videos. So I'm going to move this to the side. We did our Parmesan. I'm going to now, let me beat my eggs. I have a couple eggs in here. And then this is an easy recipe that you can basically double or triple depending on how many you want. So just a quick beat with a fork. Okay. My goat cheese. So goat cheese, it's delicious, creamy, tangy, but it's very soft. So it's actually a little bit hard to slice it with a knife. You've got it sticking to your knife and all of that stuff. So what I tend to do sometimes actually is using some floss. So actually dental floss, and just get the non-menthol kind. So you're just using plain floss. And I take my cheese log, and I'm actually just putting it right underneath my log. Actually, I'm going to zoom in on this so that you can see it better. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just going to move the floss underneath my log, okay? And then what I'm doing is you basically kind of center it so that you can work on both sides. And I want my medallions to be probably, like 1/2 inch, something like that. So I'm going to lift it up, and actually then I twist it. So I'm doing like that and just twisting it, and just line up your floss, and if you pull it down, you get a nice little slice right there. So I basically just continue along the way until I have sliced up my whole log. Okay, so as you saw, it took just a minute or so to go through with the floss and slice up my goat cheese. And now I have a bunch of these nice little slices. So it's not perfect because the cheese is really creamy, but it's much better actually than using a knife. So then I have my egg wash here, and I have my breadcrumbs mixed with my Parmesan. I'm just gonna season my eggs as well. So a little bit of pepper, and you can do this to taste, and a little bit of salt. So quick whisk again. And now we're going to start dredging them and just making the little medallions, and then I'll go over to the stove and just fry them up. And they only take like maybe 30 seconds on one side and 30 seconds on the other, and then you pop them off and you're ready to eat. So it's really fast. Okay, so just going to get started. Little dip in the egg. And you want to just shake it out a little bit. And then the breadcrumbs. And then I like to actually do a double dip. That way we really get the coating on there. So back into the egg, quick dip, and then the breadcrumbs again. So a little bit similar, you know, similar breading action that you would for maybe like chicken parm, except chicken parm you're always doing flour as well. This is just using the egg and the breadcrumbs. Okay, so here's our first medallion. And some will come out nice and round, and some will come out a little bit off shape, but they're all yummy. So I'm just going to keep following along here and doing all of my medallions. Okay, so I'm at the stove top now. I have a pan heating up here on medium heat, and I've just kissed it with some olive oil here. As soon as the olive oil heats up, I'm going to start putting my medallions in. You only need maybe 30 seconds, no longer than a minute on each side. The goat cheese is very soft, remember, so if you leave it too long, it'll just start melting on you. So we're really just like flashing this in the pan here. And then I have a paper towel lined plate on the side. I'm just going to transfer them there as soon as I am done with the batch. And then we will put it on a little platter. So I can start to hear a little bit of the sizzle. That's what I want. And you're just going to cook it for, like I said, maybe 20 to 30 seconds on each side. That's all you need. And then you're looking for that golden brown. And then make sure you have some space in between in the pan. So there you go. You saw how easy that was. It literally took maybe 2 minutes at the most for me to be at the stove. And it's a great little appetizer to put out. So the trick to this one is the goat cheese is so soft. Make sure you're at like a medium-high heat. You've got that olive oil in the pan so that you're basically cooking the outside quickly and leaving the creaminess inside. So I'm gonna have a little bite. Nice and crispy outside, and then like I said, it's super creamy inside, so it's just delicious. So make sure you try this one, and give me a like and subscribe. See you next time.